Tex was joking last night. He said at dinner, he said he maybe should have brought you some Metamucil and a cane. Your thoughts on that as you enter, I don't know how many seasons this is, but it's 2025.
Yeah, heartburn a little bit at this stage now gets you a little bit earlier. No, going into season 23, just want to leave it all out on the field, like I've said in the past. And, every offseason I go and pick up a baseball and the body feels normal again. So my goal is just to go out there and leave it all out there and try to get to an off season where it doesn't feel like I can contribute or be a part of any organization and help them win. But, I just try and go out there and do what the older guys that paved the way for me and play till you can't. Go out on your terms if you can. It's hard to do that. But, make them take the jersey off.
You have nothing left to prove, Jesse. So why put yourself through this yet again?
It's not about that, putting myself through anything. I think it's more of, transitioning a little bit, understanding a little bit of what I want to do next. So I think coming here will help. And, who knows if I win or if I do go up. If I don't, I don't. If I do, I do. It's great. But I'm just looking to, help the kids down here and help myself better for the next chapter.
How do you feel and how prepared are you for the season ahead?
I feel great. Feel like I did years past. Things are right where they need to be. I know you look at springs and things like that and kind of sets itself up for where I'm here. But ball feels good. Feels good coming off the fingertips. Now it's just getting on a rhythm.
You talked to the Braves last year, and arguably man-to-man, they always say you are their favorite teammate. Always have been, always will be. What does that mean to you, and how do you instill that knowledge, the friendship, the advice to these younger guys that are on this Gwinnett Stripers roster?
That's the best compliment you can get in the game. Everybody expects you to do your job, and you already expect the pat on the butt for doing your job. But the compliment of being a good teammate goes far and beyond of just being a good player and being a good, performer out on the field. Knowing each person's trait, having a good conversation, getting to know them, I think the good teammates speak through their eyes and not through their mouth, and I think that says a lot, and that's all I try to do from the older ones that I've had, from Billy Wagner to McCann, guys that came up through here, Matt Capps, when I was with Pittsburgh, numerous, I can go down the line. Justin Thomas, my first year when he was 40, my age, coming back, just wanting to get back to the big leagues and prove himself, and he wanted to have his kids watch him pitch in the big leagues. I thought that was amazing, so watching him go through the grind in 03, my first year at 40, going through short season ball and all the way up and getting called up in September, was huge. Nice to see, and something that I'll always take and use to this day.
When you've been part of a professional baseball for more than half your life, I think it's safe to say that it's in your DNA, right? Mm-hmm. Did you mentioned the next chapter, it could, being a coach, being a manager, part of your future endeavors?
Yeah. This game's given me way more than I've ever expected, being a 42nd rounder. Something that I'll cherish forever, something that I'm just going to keep learning and never say I know enough or say I'm better than that person or that person, you know what I mean? So I just want to give back to this game as much as it's given me.
I think you mentioned part of this about when he asked you about the teammates and how they view you here, but what is it do you think about? Is it about the Braves organization that always seems to bring out the best in you? Because it keeps circling back here and you always seem to have your best seasons here.
The locker room. That's it right there. Locker room in itself, front office, the staff, just allow you to come in and be a professional. Do your job the right way, and we'll only coach if we have to, type of deal. And that's what the vibes we get, and that's the standard that this organization has set from day one since I stepped back into it in 2010. Be a professional, show up every single day, and be prepared to do your job, and lay it all out on the line. And I think that's kind of what it is.
Refresh my memory. How many? You have kids? You got young kids, right?
3 daughters.
3 daughters.
Yeah.
What was that conversation like with your 3 daughters, with your family, when you told them, I'm getting ready to go back and give it a shot for year 23?
Get it out of your system. We don't want you home thinking about it, so get it out of your system now.
I don't know how much time you spent on social media, but it was as soon as the last spot ended, everybody on social media is talking about, he's about to be back. Do you see some of that? Do you enjoy some of the back and forth, and how much, I guess, the fans also have seemed to really enjoy you as well?
I hear it. I don't ever see it. I hear it. I get told about it a lot, and it laughs. It's humbling, you know what I mean? To hear, what the fans think of me and how they embrace me. And that's something that I take out to the mound every time I go out there. The backing that they've given me, and that's kind of, an adrenaline rush in itself.
Speaking of an adrenaline rush, what is it about this time of year that really brings you so much excitement? Seeing the field as it is, and this time of year is a special place.
The weather. being outside, being in the underneath the lights. You can't get any better than that. I don't know. It's just the transition of it's go time when this time comes around, come March, end of March, April. Everybody knows it's time to get the season rolling and see what we can do to contribute wherever we're at.
What do you think Bryce needs to work on while he's down here to get back to the big league ball club?
Be Bryce. Just be Bryce. And we've had a couple talks, and you'll start seeing Bryce that's able to be Bryce. You know what I mean? I can't put words in his mouth and say what he's going to do and what he's going to work on, but the talks that we've had, he's in the right spot. Being an older guy, understanding what a coach would want from him and what he wants from himself, he's in the right spot right now.
Anybody else?
Thanks, Jess.
You got it, guys.
Good luck, brother.
Thank you.